We are in for a treat here. We are going to talk about the high seller, a record-setting sale today at the Pink Buckle sale. I have the consigners, which is Melanie Smith of Solo Select, along with Trevor Brazil and Miles Baker of Relentless Remuda. And I have the purchaser here, Danny Ray of Victory Farms. I'm going to start with you guys. Want to get a word from each of you because you've all had a hand in this horse. Melanie, I'll start with you. Tell me how this colt came to be in your guys' hands.
So Miles actually found this colt, and we bought him earlier this year, got him started, and he's just been phenomenal from day one. We love the racehorse crosses. Trevor's had great luck with the winners versions, and everybody just, every time you say this colt's dam's name, every barrel racer is just nuts. They just are like, that mare was so fast, she was such a great horse, and the colts out of her have been phenomenal. So we believed in him for his pedigree from the beginning, but he was just a great colt from day one. He's been nice to be around and nice to have around, and taken everything we've done with him phenomenally.
You guys sweetened the pot by adding the slot. How did that decision come about, and what was your logic there?
Well, you know, you have to have a colt that is good enough to have the slot first, right? And so about 45 days ago, this colt was just as good as you could ask him to be, and we just felt like he was deserving to have a Pink Buckle slot with him, and something that was a true stallion prospect that could be an industry-changing horse. You know, he's a great outcross on so many of today's mares, and we just felt like that it was kind of the perfect storm. I mean, what better horse to put a Pink Buckle slot on? He's true black, 6-panel clean, and a complete outcross. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. Miles, I'd like to get a word from you next. You had you broke this horse. You've been riding him. He looked phenomenal in the preview. Tell us about, just how he rode around and what you really liked about his movement and his style.
He's just a good colt, and when I found him, I'm like, there's no such thing as having a horse that's too fast, and so I had that with the pedigree, and then he's just been good-minded. And it was funny because the horse has never seen a booger a day in his life, and like Shad at home runs around the barrels, and he's seen the barrels and never looked at a barrel until today. I rode him in the preview, and he looked up like he had never seen one, and I'm like, man, today is not the day to act like we're not trained. And so I told Danny that. I said, when y'all get home, y'all are gonna be so pleased with this horse, because you could throw him in a barn of reiners and go ride him, and he'll drag his butt and turn around. Like, he didn't even show today a tenth of what he does at home, and so they're going to be so pleased with him. He wants to be good, and I'm just excited that they're going to campaign him and stand him. And like she said, he deserves the spot. He's a horse that can really, he's going to turn into a business for him, and so I'm excited to see that because he has been a lot of fun.
Trevor, you actually rodeoed on a full sibling to winner's version. Tell us about that horse and why he kind of got you hooked on this bloodline.
Well, Jubilant version, like you said, was a full sibling, and he was, I rode him my last year that I rodeoed and had to season him in the process, but he had that kind of mind to where he wasn't a seasoned horse, but wherever I took him, he adapted, and he was a great horse and had certain attributes that we all look for in everything. He could fly, but he would never overrun a cow. Scored amazing, and same things that this horse was going to do if Danny didn't step up and we PO'd him. I was going to get the head on him, so I'm a little raw about it right now, but no, he's going to be a great horse for Danny and Victory Farms for sure.
Yeah. Well, hopefully some of that cash can, help you salve your wounds a little bit. We're doing a little bit of a merry-go-round here, but we got a lot of great people in this frame. So, Danny Ray, we got to do an interview last year. You had the high seller here last year with MS Truco Sace.
Yes.
You sold your spot.
I did.
Why was it time to buy back in?
Well, I realized what a mistake I'd made. This Pink Buckle has done nothing but just blow up and expand. And where do you go where you can run for $1 million a day? I mean, that's crazy.
It is.
I started when you run for $1,000 a day, and they split it in 4 days. So the industry has just exploded. I thought I wanted out. I never dreamed this black horse was going to cost that kind of money, nor was I prepared to pay that kind of money. But when I watched him demo this morning, he just got all over me. I mean, he moves like a cat. His front feet go so far out in front of him, and he just moves. He don't touch the ground. You don't hear him hitting the ground. He's different. This horse is a one-of-a-kind freak.
Yeah.
And I hope we can campaign him to his ability.
Yeah.
But we are going to try.
Yeah. Well, that's so exciting. We can't
I'm
wait to see.
excited.
We can't wait to see what you do with him in the future. And you know, you've always had an eye for good horses. You really were one of the ones that helped elevate great studs like Eddie Stinson and so many others. So we can't wait to see you continue what these fine folks have started with their promotion and setting him up for success. And we wish you well.
I'm excited to be able to be a part of their program because, you know, his success is going to be their success, our success. It's a team thing.
Yep.
And that's the way I want it to be. And he come out of a reputation place, and they tell me he's a good one. I already knew it, but they tell he's a good one. Now we got to go do our job.
Yep.
If you were impressed with him today, you'll be more impressed when you get him home.
I'm
Yeah.
excited, dude. I can't
Yes,
hardly
sir.
hold my voice.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed watching the sale today. It was a record-setting day, as we always hope it is every single year. Thank you guys for watching, and we're going to see what this black horse can do.
Help me out.